So I was speaking to Project Management Institute recently, and one of my pet phrases when I speak to them is that I find Google is abysmal at being amazing. And what I mean by that is so many people with Gmail accounts, and if you don't have a Gmail account, you should set one up today, right now. Stop listening to this video and set up a Gmail account. But that Google is abysmal at being amazing because so many people have Gmail accounts, and in fact some of them are even using Google Drive, which we're looking at right now, but they don't understand the power contained in Google Drive. And I've done a lot of videos, presentations, workshops on this same topic. So let's just take a quick look. I'm not going to go through a lot of explanation. What I want to show you is the ability to collaborate in real time on documents or spreadsheets within Google Drive, and then also how you might consider setting this up. So I'm looking at one of my accounts here, my Creative Knowledge account, where I always did tutorials, and you can see I have a couple folders in Google Drive. This is what the Google Drive interface looks like. I'm going to create a new document. So I click on the New button, Google Doc. You can actually choose from templates. Oh, we're going to always allow. It's going to create a document, untitled document, and we're going to show this as, we're going to give it a name. I'm not going to add any notes from Keep Now, though that's another great feature. No thanks. Google Drive is amazing. Okay. Here is my document. The nice part about Google Documents is they save automatically, and you can look at revisions going back years. It's always stored in the cloud. Really incredible tool. And it doesn't have all the features of Word, but for the most part people aren't using all those features anyways, so who cares. So here's my document. I can add text. Okay, great. I can also do headings, things like that, so I can pull down from a style menu, or like Word, I can pull down from the style menu and choose heading 1. Or like Word, I can use control keys to apply styles as well. So that was heading 1. I can do Control, Alt, and 2. So that does heading 2. We can see it created the style here. If I wanted to change that, I just do Control Alt 1. It makes it heading 1. If I did Control Alt 3, it would be heading 3 style. I can hear a helicopter flying overhead, so we have to take a break for a second, pause the recording, see what they're looking at. Looks like they're just passing over. Alright, so that's great. And then when you hit enter, it goes back to the regular normal text style. You can see it right here. So another paragraph of text. Great. Just like working in any document, but it's in the cloud, it's available via your phone, etc. But here's where the power comes in. I can now share this document, and I can share it to anyone with a Gmail account, either Gmail for domains or Gmail for just a regular standard personal Gmail account. I'm going to share it with my matt.moran@pulseinformatics.com, which is shared on Google Drive, and it will send a note to me if I wanted it to. I don't really need it to do that, so I'm not going to do that. But you could put a little note in here saying I shared this with you. You can get in and edit it, and you can provide edit access, the ability to comment or just to view it. I'm going to give edit access. I'm not going to send a notification. It's going to ask me to make sure whether I want to do that. It says if I skip sending invitations, they would have to sign in before they notice that you shared it. That's fine. I know it's coming. So I'm just going to click OK. And now that's shared with one person. So that's a document shared individually. I can look in the root here and see in my root folder, it's here. And here's what it looks like when somebody goes into that. So I'm now going to go to my other account. This is my Pulse Informatics account. I'm going to go to Shared with Me. And here's the Google Drive is Amazing document. So when I open that document, now I'm in Firefox in my Matt Moran account, I can see the same text that was added by the Creative Knowledge account that created the document. And it tells me the last same name, but the last edit was made 2 minutes ago. But it's going to show some other information. It's still updating. It takes a few minutes, or not a few minutes, really. It's just because we're doing the screen capture, it takes a little bit longer. But we're going to see something, and I'm not going to add notes. Same question, no thanks. Now what it shows me, and this is what's interesting, is it shows me a cursor here that's blue, and we see a little character up here. That's my Creative Knowledge account. It's showing me where that account is. So if I'm looking at both of these documents, in effect, side by side, I can see, first of all, that I've logged in up here as my Matt Moran at Pulse Informatics account. We can see that we can see the cursor for each one of these. So now, remember, we're looking at my Matt.Moran at Pulse Informatics account. I can see that this person's logged in, so I'm going to go to their version of the document. You can see the cursor changing on the right as to where I am. All right, what this shows is that the other person can see in real time the document being updated, for the most part in real time. There's a slight lag, of course, as it goes through the Google servers. But either way, this is amazing technology for working on documents or spreadsheets together. And so that's all I want to show you. If you have not collaborated this way with documents, this is the future of collaboration technology. And even though it's been around for a long time, this is why people should be on Gmail or Google Drive. It's one of the most impressive features that is underutilized. So let me show you something though. We had shared this document individually with Matt Moran at Pulse Informatics. That is extremely inefficient. And here's why. As you have more and more documents and you share them with people, managing the permissions becomes problematic, which is why we create folders. So now I'll create a series of folders, like for clients. This is just some test folders. Actually, I could expand them here so you could visually see them. So from my root, I go into clients. We have ABC company, we have XYZ company. This is kind of what I do for my clients. And I have a folder for that client. And then under that client, I will have a shared folder. So if I were to create a brand new client file, and I were to call it, so I want to create a new folder, and I called it Pulse Info. It now appears here under my clients folders. And from there, I'll create another folder actually inside that folder called Pulse Info Shared. Now what I can do is go to this shared folder and at this level share it with my Pulse Info account. Okay, there it is. I'm not, once again, going to send a notification because I know it's going to show up. But now, if I remove permissions to my original document, I'm going to right mouse click on it. I'm going to go to sharing, go to advanced, remove these permissions. So now this document is not shared. looking at Pulse Informatics. It's no longer there, but this new folder is called Pulse Info Shared. I go into it, and it's blank. Nothing's in there. So let me go back to my other account. And now what I'm going to do is drag this file into my shared folder. There's the document. In my shared folder. And before we even got back to it, it's already updated. There's the document in my shared folder. It's now inheriting the permissions that were given to this folder. So anything we copy into that folder, under this account, anything we copy in my Creative Knowledge account, if I upload a file into this folder, it's going to appear for anyone that is shared on that folder. And that allows me to control permissions in a far more granular way. If this makes sense to you, great. If it doesn't, just leave me a comment. I'll try and put a further explanation of it, and I'll probably add a little bit of information into the blog to further explain it. But this is one of the reasons that you should be using Google, Gmail, or Google for domains. As a matter of fact, this is how we set everything up with our clients so that we can share information that clients should have access to. Key passwords, everything is always shared with clients, and also working documents. We can create subfolders under here, and those subfolders take on the same permissions unless we alter them. And so we can, once again, more granularly control who has access to what. So this is a great way to share information with companies inside your company, within given departments or whatever, but also with people outside your company. And using the folder structure to share the folders, not the individual files, is just a far superior way to share your information. Let me know if that helps, and if not, let me know what you need help understanding or what questions you have. Thanks.